Well, I know our viewers are going to want to see a little bit, not just about the wheel and tire fitment, but about what Toyota changed, because this is one of the first I've seen in person. So if you don't mind, Brandon, let's get this thing up on the lift and take a look underneath.
Yeah, we'll do it right now.
Sounds great.
Yeah, so they went with this on the Tacoma because on the Tundra, if it was the TRD Off-Road and TRD Pro, the only ones on the Tundra that don't have it. But on the Tundra, they actually have a drop-down Valance with electronic motor. So having this actually is going to save a lot of people trouble, because if people switch to like an aftermarket bumper, they have to get rid of that drop-down Valance. And there's like a motor, and Toyota's super finicky with sensors and motors, and so it's, I mean, people are getting errors and stuff like that. So this is going to save a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Hey, more props to the SR5 then.
Yeah, I actually believe all Tacomas are going to have this.
Oh,
none of them are actually going to have the drop down aerodynamic.
I know you guys are working on a bumper, and we asked you to hold off, and you guys were kind enough to hold off on that because we wanted to see, you know, most people are going to run a stock bumper. We wanted to see, will it fit with that stock bumper? So stock bumper, I know you guys are working on one. I believe that was a center mount, so it's going to replace this section?
Yeah, so it's going to replace this section, center mount winch capable bumper that will offer you some light options as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we will be doing a full width, but right now it's just a center mount.
And this is just a crash bar right
here.
here.
It's very similar to the previous generations, just the aluminum crash bar.
Where's the intercooler on this?
So the intercooler, I'm pretty sure this is a integrated intercooler.
Oh, into the radiator?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
But because this is air conditioning and then just the radiator.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the Tundra it has like two big intercoolers on each side. So.
And then these are factory tie-down points. Are you guys going to make some kind of recovery points, I guess, on your bumper?
On our bumper, yeah, everything's tied in through the frame.
Okay.
Just like how these are. So yeah, our bumper will have recovery points, and then our bumper will allow you to keep these. However, once we come out with our skid plate, we'll probably end up getting rid of these just for clearance and attachment points.
Yeah, and then I see you've got some skid plates for the A-arms already.
Yeah, so we're working on some A-arm skid plates just because, I mean, if we're going to be going off-roading, we want to make sure that, I mean, all the lowest points of the vehicle are protected.
So you guys took care of that in the back too, right? You put some skids on the lower shock mounts?
Yeah, so we have some shock and link skids. That's a 2-in-1. I mean, very similar to what we have for our other vehicles. But yeah, it's just a big bulky unit.
Did the outgoing Tacoma have a rear sway bar?
No, not that I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, they were all leaf sprung.
Leaf spring, exactly. So I was impressed when you put it up on the lift at how much down travel this had. And so, you know, a lot of people like to remove their sway bars to get more travel. So I'm wondering if there's more to be done here, or?
I'm sure people are going to be pulling off their sway bars, but I don't think that's really going to limit people's travel. I mean, I think it's going to be
pretty minimal sway bar regardless, but yeah. And then this exhaust, the way it crosses over, I don't know if that's going to be a hindrance or if that's like a good indicator to stop before you get your drive shaft.
I definitely think it's I mean, one of the lowest parts of the belly, so I think people are going to attack that. But I mean, one of the biggest things I noticed was just how beefy the drive shaft is.
I noticed. I've got a 3/4 ton truck, and I'm like, dang, that thing is pretty close. I don't know what size U-joints these are, but that is a beefy aluminum drive shaft. And it looks like it's still the same rear end. I don't know if it's the 8.2 or what it is.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. It looks similar. It looks like maybe a newer generation of it.
Yeah, yeah. So that might help with re-gearing if people go down that route. You know, maybe hopefully all that stuff is going to be readily available, including air lockers and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's coils. They're cool. And then the shocks are mounted outboard. These are just like a rubber coating for rattle or something, huh? No, this is cool. Like I said, this is a huge departure from the previous generation truck, and I don't think since the second generation have we seen such a big change in the Tacoma.
Yeah, when I was at the SEMA scan session, they actually had a 2-wheel drive pre-runner extra cab that was still leaf sprung.
Oh, for a third gen?
Mm-hmm.
Or third gen or for the fourth gen?
Yeah, for the new generation Tacoma, so the 24, it's an extra cab 2-wheel drive pre-runner because they're bringing that back, and it was leaf sprung.
And that's how it's going to come from the factory?
Yeah, it's more of a work truck, and so I mean it's to be able to hold some weight. But I mean it was cool that it was all leaf sprung. So I think that's going to be pretty popular in the market too. I mean for the pre-runner types.
Yeah, that'll be something for a suspension company to tackle. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I know the truck only has 45 miles on it, probably most of which is on the stock tire, right?
Correct, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I haven't had a lot of miles on the AT4 other than driving around town.
Okay.
And I will say, I mean, it is just like every other Falken I've had, significantly quieter than any other tire I've ran. So.
Oh, I appreciate that. So, are you going to be the lucky driver of this out in Moab, or who's going to drive it?
Yes, I will. I'm a Toyota person myself.
Okay.
I mean, working with Broncos and Jeeps and owning them, I mean, I currently own 2 Toyotas myself, so this is going to be the one I baby a little bit. So.
All right. And there is no locker in the rear of this, correct?
There is no locker in the rear,
Okay. So you got your work cut out for you then.
I mean, it's a Toyota. It'll handle it.
It'll handle it. Another big change was what's under the hood, right? This is a turbo 4-cylinder now?
Correct.
How's the get up and go of this turbo 4-cylinder compared to the outgoing 3.5 V6?
100% my opinion, but I mean, after driving, I mean, Toyotas from the 80s all the way up to the 2023 and then now the 2024, I mean, I would say while this is just a 4-cylinder, I think it's significantly more powerful than the V6 that they had in the previous model.
Yeah, I mean that 4.0 in the second gen, that thing was a workhorse. That's good motor. I know that 3.5 with the Atkinson cycle, a lot of people were frustrated with that, but I'm excited to see what this turbo 4-cylinder can do. We know turbos and smaller displacement are kind of the thing of the future. So, and being an EcoBoost Mustang driver, I like my turbo 4-cylinder. Good gas mileage, still good power.
No, definitely good power.
Yeah.
Even pushing the 33s, I mean, it gets up and goes. So.
Yeah. Oh, what's the gearing in the rear end? Do you know?
Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell me. All right.
So
might be on the window sticker, might not.
Yeah.
They probably only put that if you get like a TRD or something. But anyway, no problem pushing it. Stock gearing, 33-inch tires. You heard it from this guy.
You didn't hear anything from me.